Generally speaking, preparation has to be methodical. When I say methodical, it means it has to be approached in the right way. Because in my personal belief, I say there are three things that you can never leave every single day right from the day one of your preparation. And none of these three things include answer writing, which apparently you believe should be there. But the first thing which I told you yesterday is CSAT. Second thing which I again told you yesterday and today is newspaper. And the third thing is the atlas. None of your single day in life, if you are preparing for UPSC, can be a day without these three. How much time you have to devote depends upon your processing ability. CSAT I told you yesterday, up to you. Atlas, I can give you a fixed time, 10 minutes only. And you know what is the best 10 minutes time? You will be surprised to know. The time when you come to the class, you are sitting here waiting for the teacher to come. Why do you have to talk to the fellow sitting side with you? Is that fellow IAS officer? No, sir, my good friend. He will not be your friend next year when you pass the prelims and he fails. Quiet. Sit quiet. 10 minutes waiting for the teacher to come, no? Do atlas. This is how you find time, sir. You have to find it. Nobody else will find it for you. 10 minutes only. What do? You open any one map. Just see it. You know why? No need to underline or do any designer activity there. Just see it. Because you will see this for the next 365 days. These maps will get printed in your brain. And when they get printed in your brain, you get an edge of 4 questions in the prelims. Because at least 3 to 4 questions every year in the prelims these years are map-based questions. But you know, considering that this is an insecurity of students, there are map-based courses also that come up before the prelims. Special mapping classes. Sir, your insecurity is my business, I told you, no? Anything that you are insecure of, I'll make money out of it. Deprive the people of business, sir. You do this on your own. 10 minutes. Observe the map. Something will get registered, no? If not the first day, second day, probably 15th, 20th day. But you know what is the key? Consistency. You know what is the second key? Honesty. Honesty, that you have to be consistent with this. That is why I generally give only 4 principles that help you to pass this exam. HCMR. Honesty and consistency are 2. We'll talk about MNR in some time. These are 4 principles, sir. Avoid anyone, you'll never pass this exam. I assure you. Anyone who has not passed this exam, reflect yourself, introspect. Either of the one is missing in your preparation. Honesty was not there. You never read the newspaper. You relied on some foolish current affairs. You kept on failing. You were not consistent every day with the newspaper. You kept on failing. You will fail. There is no other option, boss. It has to happen that way. These 3 things have to be consistent every day, sir. Irrespective of how your day is going. Where your day is going. As I said, there could be some days you cannot study anything. Maybe you are ill. At least by lying down on the bed, you can still see the atlas instead of Instagram. That's the difference. I generally believe that IR, polity and economy should be the 3 subjects you should always complete first when you begin your preparation. And why I personally believe is that these 3 subjects are important because these 3 subjects constitute 90% of your newspaper. You know the reason why you don't read the newspaper is you don't understand the newspaper. And you know why you don't understand the newspaper? Because you have no background of the newspaper. And if you have no background of the newspaper, initially few days, you know what you do? You do Wikipedia searching. New when you start your preparation, first 2-3 days, everybody buys newspaper. We open, article is there, inflation in India is rising. Now you don't know. What is inflation? Why is it rising? So Wikipedia. Inflation in India. Then you are reading some crap. Wasted 2 hours. Understood nothing. 3-4 days you do this. 5th, 6th day, you find some coaching institute website giving you analysis of the current affairs. Same newspaper article, same heading, but now article is presented in bullet form. Suddenly there is a chamatkar that happens and you start understanding that article. Even though you know nothing about inflation by now. But you psychologically feel that, just because the article is presented in bullet point form in the front of in the website, so it makes sense to me. But it doesn't. So this is the recipe again, problem again. Now you open the newspaper. Let's say you started preparing 20 days back. The day you open the newspaper, Hamas attacked Israel. Entire newspaper is full of that. You know nothing. You don't know what is Hamas, who is Hamas, is he a man or woman? You don't know. So you go to internet, do your PhD, waste time there. Then you find some website, secondary course, second dose, Covishield. And then you pick up the booklet at the end. This problem that you are not able to process the newspaper, this fear that you don't understand the newspaper is because you don't have a background of these 3 subjects. These 3 subjects today, IR, economy and polity constitute 90% of the newspaper. 90% of the news in the newspaper is these 3 subjects related. You open the newspaper, there is article that, in Maharashtra under the anti-defection law, Speaker has disqualified 10 members. You don't know. You are unable to even understand Maharashtra anti-defecation you are reading. Anti-defecation law. कोई law ही नहीं है ऐसा. But you are defecating out of your own mouth. See this problem, sir. This happens because of this. You don't know the background, sir. Now, when you do these 3 subjects, there is problem in 2. In IR, there is no NCRT. Thankfully. But in polity economy, there is NCRT. So what do you do? Some people know. For many months, they will do NCRT of polity economy. They will do note making, make notes from the NCRT, nice notes, copying lines, word by word, comma by comma, full stop by full stop, everything. Still know nothing. Sir, please pick up a textbook directly. You are a grown up, 18 plus, sane. You can pick up a textbook and understand, sir. While reading a textbook, if you have difficulty, you have joined a coaching, ask your teacher the doubts. No teacher will ever refuse. Ever. Ask them the doubts. But these 3 subjects have to be done in the first 2 to 3 months. Max 3, minimum 2. Ideally, you should do 2 subjects parallelly. So you may pick up either of the combination. You can start with IR polity, you can start with economy IR, or polity economy, whatever you decide. But pick up 2 subjects. But sir, I prefer to do 1 only. Boss, you don't have time for 5 months to finish these 3 subjects, no? Nobody is interested in what you prefer, no? You have to do what UPSC prefers. The time of UPSC is 28th May next year. It will not change according to, Ki sir, my preparation didn't happen, so you are writing letter to UPSC chairman. Can you postpone the prelims by 1 week? I am yet to prepare more. I need revision. Problem, sir. 2 subjects parallelly, okay? Even if you start now, As I told you yesterday, after listening to all this, many people will now start reconsidering whether we need to give it in 24 also or no. And tomorrow when we do answer writing, you will be certain we will not give in 24 for sure. Because the ability to write is way higher than what you are knowing right now, no? So it will take time to prepare. I leave that decision upon you, but these 3 subjects, start with them. But some people will question. There are 2 types of people. One who listen, understand, accept, implement. Other, perpetual doubt. Sir, you said no higher polity economy, but I am doing modern India. तो मैं क्या करूं? ये करना है. Sir, can I complete modern India? Then I do. भाई तू पूछ रहा है, बता रहा है. तूने जो करना है, तूने डिसाइड कर लिया, तो मेरा समय खराब करने क्यों आ रहा है? तू कर, तू मर, मुझे क्या लेना देना भाई? Why you waste my time? You do what you want. Don't come and justify to me. Ki sir, I am doing this, so you tell me if I am doing it correctly or not. I am not here to justify what you are doing it correctly or not. If you are doing it correctly, you will be in Mussoorie, not here. So you are doing things incorrectly, that's why you are here. So first accept that. Come out of that orbit that you know everything, you know nothing. Trust me. 3 subjects on priority. You have to finish. Once these are over, then you pick up science, geography, environment. And when you pick up these 3, they have to happen collectively in the same order as mentioned. Start with science, then go to geography, and then move to environment eventually. People here also have a problem. Suddenly in the month of December they will pick up environment. Geography किया नहीं है, science आता नहीं है, environment उठा लिया. नहीं आएगा वो. नहीं आएगा वो. Because sir, environment can only be understood if you first read geography, and geography can make more sense to you if you have a good backgrounding with science. But sir, I am from humanities background, I don't know science, I face it difficulty in doing science. You have to still do it. Sir, science is not my cup of tea. Buy the cup. ये क्या मतलब है? Science is not my cup of tea. Sir, whether you like tea or coffee or you like green tea, I don't care, You have to do what UPSC tells you to do. You don't come and tell me prioritization. I am not interested to know that. You have to do this in the same order. Again, as I said, if you are from a non-science background, NCERT of science will make sense. Because you have not studied science from, let's say, 9th or 10th onwards. And you have studied in 11th, 12th humanities, then your graduation also humanities. Then it makes sense. Getting my point? This is an important thing here. These 3 have to be done together. But in the same order. How much time? I leave it up to you. You take a call on that. How much time? That's up to you. Now once these are done, do society, social justice, these 2 at the 3rd level. Society is in paper 1 and social justice is in paper 2. The base of social justice is Indian society. So this has to happen together. Then only you develop the ability to interlink information. Then once this is done, science and technology, disaster management and environment, disaster management and environment from mains point of view, which is different from what the environment is asked in the prelims exam. Environment is in paper 3 also, as you know. And the syllabus of environment in paper 3 is not the syllabus of environment in prelim syllabus. Science and technology is in the mains and general science is in the prelims. You did general science, then you did geography. Now science and technology. They are different, sir. Ancient, medieval, modern, culture, post-independence, in one block. See the beauty. You straight away pick up culture without doing ancient, medieval also. Ancient, medieval, modern, post-independence, ancient, medieval, modern, culture and post-independence. But sir, I started with modern India. मैं क्या करूं? छोड़ दे इसको, वापस जा एंशंट पे. अच्छा, कई एंशंट कर लेंगे फिर मॉडर्न पे आ जाएंगे. सर मिडिवल मैंने की नहीं. बेटा अगले साल 11 क्वेश्चन आएंगे. जो एरिया तू छोड़ के जाएगा उसी एरिया में 10 क्वेश्चन प्रीलिम में आएंगे. गॉड विल नेवर फॉरगिव यू. You leave any area in the exam for the prelims, trust me, in your paper, that set, first 11 questions will be from that subject only. By default. World history, and internal security. World history, then internal security. Generally, it makes more sense to do world history first and then do internal security for a very simple reason. You may have understood today that when we talked about so many things about India's internal security, we time and again kept on making references to foreign adversaries. But why do these foreign adversaries even trouble us? A deeper understanding only happens when you know base of the world history first. But many people don't even do world history altogether. आता ही नहीं सर क्वेश्चन उसमें. बेटा अगले साल 6 के 6 क्वेश्चन मेन में सिर्फ वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री होगा, ज्योग्राफी 0. छोड़ के चले जाए, यही आएगा. माता रानी साथ नहीं देगी, मैं बता रहा हूं आपको. बहुत प्रॉब्लम है सर. सी दिस unnecessary leaving of subjects. Getting my point? Governance, ethics, they come at the end. Some people start with ethics. सबसे अनएथिकल आदमी एथिक्स से शुरू कर रहा है और डेफिनेशन रट रहा है बैठ के. एटीट्यूड मीन्स वे टू बी, इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस मीन्स, यही आ रहा है एग्जाम में. सी यू नो, आई टोल्ड यू दिस एग्जाम इज नॉट टफ सर. योर स्टूपिड वे ऑफ अप्रोचिंग मेक्स इट टफ. एग्जाम इज लॉजिकल इन सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड सर. एंड यू विल बी नाउ सरप्राइज्ड the most. When all this is done comes the essay. यहां लोग पहले दिन से essay लिख रहे हैं. आंसर लिखने की औकात नहीं है तेरी. पहले दिन से essay लिख रहा है. दिल्ली में आते नमूने ऐसे, एक से एक आइटम है सर दिल्ली में, एक से एक नमूना. सर essay लिख के लाया हूं मैं. कुछ नहीं है सर, एब्सोल्यूट बुलशिट इन दी एसे. 13-20 paragraphs not related to each other, no information, nothing. But just because I had to fill 20 pages, I have filled. Now it's your headache. You see, no coherence, nothing. And some people will come and give personal touch in essay, sir. Sir, I have given some personal example. शक्ल देख बे अपनी. प्रीलिम का फॉर्म नहीं भरा तूने, तू अपना पर्सनल एग्जांपल लिख रहा है. तूने सक्सेस किया क्या लाइफ में अचीव, बता दे. सर आई एम गिविंग पर्सनल एग्जांपल इन एसे. हु आस्क्ड? एंड व्हाट पर्सनल एग्जांपल ऑफ सक्सेस यू हैव अचीव्ड इन लाइफ दैट यू आर कोटिंग हियर? अ लाइफ ऑफ परपेचुअल फेलियर टिल नाउ. यू आर गिविंग योर पर्सनल एग्जांपल. You know, you become a victim of all this because you have heard all this. Not because you have inherently developed this art of doing all this. Because you have heard somewhere from somebody on some stupid YouTube by some nonsensical fellow talking about all this. And that's why you have these kind of perceptions about things like this. And while all this goes on, right from the previous page to this page, optional parallelly goes on, sir. Let me be very frank and open to you, sir. I can again, as I said, can comment about humanities optionals. Minimum 7 to 8 months they require, sir. Minimum 7 to 8 months. Humanities optional. Any single optional. No optional happens in 30 days, 50 days, 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, sir. Optionals are deep, sir. UPSC has very clearly written in the notification that the optional level paper will be 1 level higher than the bachelor and 1 level lower than the masters. So you can't do 3 years of bachelor plus 1 year of masters in 3 months, no? Something that generally takes 4 years. You want to wrap it up in 3 months or sometimes even lesser, 1 month. Advertisements also come like that, no? Shortest optional, sexiest optional, hottest optional. ऐसे करते हैं because see at the end of the day ना boss, it's the money that is important, no? We have to take money. So I will convince you in any way possible, but I will take it. Don't fall into these traps. Getting my point? This order is important, sir. Because when you do these subjects together collectively, no, you build collective knowledge. When you do governance first and then ethics, no, you will understand that 80% of ethics is actually governance. But governance is happening sometime, ethics is happening sometime. This erraticness in the overall thought process breaks the methodology, sir. The methodical approach is this. That is the first thing.